Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Step by Step. I'm really excited about this episode because I'm going to be featuring the brand new Tapu Bulu GX that just released today. And for our very first match, we've got it against Trashaland's Garbodor with Tapu Lele. So I'm really excited about this, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy this match. Now, this deck for me was initially what I wanted to focus on as my main deck for Nationals. Now, I'm not playing Tapu Bulu with Lurantis GX, although because of Sylveon GX, I might have to throw one Lurantis GX in here, but I'm playing it with the promo Lurantis because I just want 20 damage added to all of Tapu Bulu's attacks as many times as possible. The thing that draws it to me is this. First of all, the Tapu Bulu's GX attack does 150 damage. With a choice band on it, I can do 180 damage. With Field Blower, pretty much most EXs, GXs are going to get knocked out by that. With one Lurantis in play, basically every GX and EX is going to get knocked out by that. So I really like the concept of the deck because it's got a really powerful GX attack. Oh, and it heals itself, by the way. Then Nature's Judgment does 120 damage. If I want to, I can discard all the energies to do 60 more, making it that magical 180 damage number again. With a Choice Band attached, it's doing 150, discard the energies, and it's doing 210. With a Lurantis in play, discard the energies, it's doing 230. With two Lurantis, it's doing 240. So if you don't discard the energies and you have a Choice Band attached and one Lurantis in play, you're hitting for 170. That's a big deal for having no weakness and being able to take advantage of the acceleration of Max Elixir. So I like the deck for a lot of reasons, and we're going to play a lot of matches with this. I'm probably going to upload a decent amount of videos, at least 3, featuring Tapu Bulu versus different random meta stuff. So I'm trying to be careful with my trainers right now. Or my items. I don't want to play a bunch of them because I don't want Garbodor to be able to take 2 shots. I really want to just leave it where Garbodor's taking 3 shots until I get a point in the game where I feel like I can actually take advantage of the prize difference that I'll have here. So whenever I see a Tapu Lele come down, it definitely makes me excited because that is any GX or EX is what Tapu Bulu thrives off of because it can one-shot all of them. Again, even without a Lurantis in play, if I discard my energies with Nature's Madness, I'm going to be hitting for 210 damage. If I use the GX attack, I'm going to be hitting for 180 with Choice Band attached. So I can see what he's doing. Obviously, we're setting up to be able to try to 2-shot with Tapu Lele, which obviously won't work, and of course have the Garbodors ready to be able to knock things out as well. Neither one of us got a really great start. I didn't really have much going on in my hand. Ideally, you want to start with a couple Tapu Bulus and a Fomantis. Hugh didn't have a supporter on his first turn. He only had one on turn 2, and then Flip Tails on Crushing Hammer. So I think kind of equally iffy starts for us, for both of us. And I'll say this too, I do think Acid Spray Trubbish is a little bit better than the Stamp Off or Stomp Off or whatever it's called Trubbish. I definitely like putting some damage on stuff. You can attach a Choice Band and hit for 40 for 1 energy. And you can also, I think if you flip heads, you can discard an energy from your opponent's active, which seems pretty strong to me. I think it's better than the new Trubbish. And I need to fix my deck to run some of the old ones too, because my Garbodor Trevenant still has the new Trubbish. So here I am getting a little aggressive with my trainers. I think now I'm at the point where I'm going to be 2-shot by Garbodor. And that's because I want to at least get another Tapu Bulu in play this turn, just because I think I need one down. See, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I'm getting 2 shots. So I'm not super concerned about it. I just definitely want to get another Bulu in play. Okay, so Garbodor is going to come out this turn. Ideally, in this situation, yeah, he needs to start putting some pressure on me and attacking. He needs to try to get a 2-shot. If I'm him, though, it depends on what's in his hand. I almost, if he has one, I almost want a Shaymin, so I can at least just get my hand refreshed and then hope I just draw a Garbodor or a Ultra Ball. But now, because I know I'm getting two-shot, I'm going to get really aggressive with my trainers. And I already have a one prize lead, so I feel okay about it. So we're going to take a trainer card out of here, an item card out of here, just to thin the deck a little bit, so I can try to run into a couple other things. Basically, I'm trying to fully power up this Tapu Bulu in one turn on the bench. That way I can switch out my active Tapu Bulu and get the one shot on the Garbodor. So I need 3 energies and a switch, or 3 energies and a field blower and a choice band. But keep in mind, that's exactly what this deck is built to do. Like running into that combo when you need it is what the deck is built for. So that's what we're going to focus on with this turn. And as you can see, we're getting pretty aggressive with the trainers. So now we got another energy. So we got our energy attached for the turn. And we really just need to find a Max Elixir. I pull out a supporter here so I can have the deck thin, so I have greater odds of hitting the Max Elixir on this draw. And I hit it. All right. I'm going to play the Ultra Ball first to pull out Shaymin, because I want to be able to thin my deck by pulling the Shaymin out to increase the odds of hitting an energy on Max Elixir. I'm not going to play the Shaymin first. Okay, good. We hit the energy. I'm not going to play the Shaymin first because I want to leave energies in the deck and not run the risk of drawing them out with Shaymin. Now all we need here is a switch or a choice band and a field blower. All right, cool. So we've got 2 Ultra Balls and a Float Stone. So now I can Ultra Ball away the Fomantis and this extra Ultra Ball that I don't need, and get another Shaymin and play Tapu Lele down. Let's see, let's play Tapu Lele. Okay, I'm not going to take a supporter here because I need to just draw more cards with Shaymin. I'd rather draw 4 cards from a 15 card deck than 3 cards from a 14 card deck, I think. Does that math make sense? Someone who's good at maths should tell me if that made sense or not. So now we just need a field blower. Got it. And a float stone, hey. So we'll blow away his stadium and the choice band. We're going to attach float stone to the active Tapu Bulu and then retreat and go ahead and do some Nature's Madness for the one shot. So we went from a Tapu Bulu with 1 energy in play to a fully charged up Tapu Bulu coming from the bench, getting the one shot on Garbodor. And keep in mind, that is what this deck is built to do. That turn, whatever the opposing active Pokemon would have been, if I had discarded all of my energies, I would have hit for 210 damage that turn. So that's pretty great. I'm a huge fan of how fast this deck can hit hard, high numbers. And that wasn't even with any Lurantis in play. And honestly, in this matchup, you're not really focusing on the Lurantis, although 2 Lurantis allows you to one-shot Trubbish for 1 energy. So that's kind of nice. But, I mean, they're probably going to have Garbodor all the time anyway. So he Skylas for Sycamore. Again, not the best hand for our opponent. And now we're at the point where we can get 2-shot by Tapu Lele. We're getting 1-shot by Garbodor at this point anyway. But of course Tapu Bulu is going to get the 1-shot on Tapu Lele this turn, like obviously. The GX attack does 180 and completely heals myself. So against other stuff that doesn't take advantage of like what's in the discard pile like Garbodor does, I mean, this would be devastating right now. Imagine completely healing yourself and one-shotting a GX to go to the point where it's a 6-2 game. Like, Tapu Bulu is good. Like, is it good enough to play at Nationals? I don't know. We're going to test it and see. But it's really good. It's really strong how fast it can move. But the problem would be, like, so I've used all my Max Elixirs now. Now what do I do if he can knock out Tapu Bulu, right? So, or excuse me, no, I've used 3 Max Elixirs. I have 1 left. So, hey, an energy attachment and a successful Elixir hit could still be good later on in the game. So, hey, never mind. I take it back. If we can if we can power up 2 Tapu Bulu on the spot whenever we want them, we're doing really good with this. So I'm going to pull out, I don't want to pull out my Sycamore here because I don't want to discard down to only 3 cards in my deck because I don't know how things are going to end up in this game. I want some longevity because I'm in such a good prize advantage spot. I just wanted to play Hala to see if I could get an energy attachment this turn. That way I can just get an energy next turn and recover after he knocks me out with the Garbodor, which I assume he's going to get. So we'll Tapu Wilderness GX. Yeah, I don't need to see that again. Has it been that long since I used the GX attack? Who knows? And since I did use the GX attack again, if I need to, I can VS Seeker for Hala and shuffle draw 7 now, which is why I like Hala in this list. Also, maybe I don't have another. No, I don't think I have another Max Elixir left, which is why I needed to attach. Yeah, I played all 4, which is why I needed to attach an energy last turn with that Hala. So Garbodor is going to do 1,000,000 damage here. But that's, of course, going to be game, because Garbodor will knock out Bulu. I'll send up my Bulu from the bench, and we'll do however much we want, 120, or I can just discard the energies to do 180. Yeah, 380 damage. That's so crazy. Garbodor is so good. It would be interesting to see how this match played, like if he started with a really good hand. I think on a scale of 1 to 10, his starting hand was probably like a 3, and mine was probably like a 5, you know? So I think I started out with a little bit better hand than him. But it would be an interesting match to see how it turns out if we were actually like at full throttle or whatever in that matchup. So cool, let's take a look at the deck list. All right, so taking a look at the list here, we can see that I've got 3 Tapu Bulu. Obviously, if 3 of them are knocked out, I lose, so I don't need to play any more than that. 2 Shaymin and 1 Tapu Lele. And I probably wouldn't mind having a second Tapu Lele, but at the moment, I really just like using it just one time per game to find that one crucial supporter that I need. I'd rather just play down a Shaymin and draw till I have 6 in my hand. A lot of people are really like favoring Tapu Lele over Shaymin, and I get that completely, but personally, I just still like having the draw of Shaymin. That's just me. The things could change, but right now I do feel like Shaymin is still the better card. Obviously, Tapu Lele is great, but I think it's truly going to shine once rotation hits, and I do think it's deserving of at least 1 spot, if not 2, in basically every deck in Standard right now. A 3/3 Lurantis. I explained earlier in the match that having 1 Lurantis in play allows you to do 170 damage with Tapu Bulu's Nature Judgment if you don't discard energies. If you do discard energies, you're doing 130. It lets Tapu Wilderness GX with a Choice Band attached hit for 200 damage with just 1 Lurantis in play. 2 Lurantis you hit for 220. So yeah, you put some pretty strong numbers out there. For 1 energy, you can even use Tapu Bulu's first attack with a Choice Band attached and 1 Lurantis for 80, 2 Lurantis for 100. So 100 damage for 1 energy sure is not bad in my book. Plus we run a Kukui just for those times when we need a little more damage and we don't have the energy or the Lurantis out there that we need to hit the magic numbers. Looking at the supporters, I've got 4 Sycamore, 2 Ns. Things could change a little bit more. I wouldn't mind having a 3rd N, but right now the 3rd N is a Hala, so we can shuffle and draw 7, since really our first attack of the game, our first big attack of the game for a KO is probably going to be the GX attack. So that being said, we've got 1 Fan Club, because if we ever need to, we can always use Tapu Lele for Fan Club. Fan Club will let me pull like a Tapu Bulu and a Shaymin EX into my hand, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot, especially in the Garbodor matchup. We've got 2 Lysandre. I mentioned Hala and how it works really well with the GX attack. 4 Trainer's Mail, that could always get cut to 3 for another N, but the deck relies so heavily on finding Max Elixir as soon as possible that I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that quite yet. I need to test the Sylveon matchup and really see how that goes. Do I need a Lurantis GX? Do I need a 3rd or even 4th N for that matchup? We just need to test it. But against Garbodor, I mean, you don't have to go aggro with your items. You can just manually attach over the course of 3 turns while they don't really do any damage to you, and then start one-shotting their Garbodors. That's the plan. Granted, Drampa or a fast Tapu Lele could always change the plan, but you can always kind of counter it with a little bit of aggro approach with your Max Elixirs and go from a 3 or 4 shot to a 2 shot if you want to get aggressive like that to start taking some early prizes. We've got one Sky Field because things can get pretty crowded on the bench. It's nice if you've got like 2 Shaymin and a Tapu Bulu and a Tapu Lele on the bench and only one Fomantis with a Tapu Bulu active to play Sky Field and get a couple more Fomantis down, and then play your own Field Blower, discarding the Sky Field to get your Shaymins and Tapu Leles out of there. That way you can gain a little bit more prize equity by not having those negatively impacting Pokemon on the bench. And 2 Switch, 2 Float Stone. A lot of times with Max Elixir, you're going to need to get whatever's in the active out of the active spot. So that's really important. 3 Choice Band, because obviously it's like one of the best cards in the deck with Tapu Bulu. It's basically like the best card in every deck. And then 11 Grass Energies, and that's it. So I really think this deck has a lot of potential. I hope you guys can try it out. It's up there right now for what I'm considering. I need to do a lot of testing with it, but I really like it. I think Garbodor Trevenant is still my favorite at the moment, but this is coming in second at the moment. I really like this deck. So card just released today. Hope you guys really like it. Hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, when you're playing Pokemon, to always have fun. Thank you.